Olivia Mare stood at the edge of her porch in the ghostly remnants of her hometown of Havenbrook, a place once cradled by rolling hills and the laughter of its children. Now silence reigned supreme, save for the occasional rustle of leaves or the creak of an abandoned swing from the nearby park. The brutal grip of the illness that had scoured the planet left Havenbrook a skeletal shadow of itself, clinging to memories of life. The disease, rumored to have originated in a distant, forgotten corner of the world, sliced through humanity with merciless precision. It arrived with the chill of an early winter morning, uninvited and brutal, toppling society in waves. Like most places, Havenbrook had turned inwards, its streets bare, houses sealed, the air heavy with the specter of an unknown tomorrow. Olivia, barely into her 20s, was no stranger to loss. Her family, radiant in her memories, had been among the first to succumb. The town's initial efforts to contain the outbreak had been swift yet futile, symbolizing the desperate grasp of humans clinging to a semblance of control. Now she remained, stubborn and solitary, haunted by the echoes of a life declared extinct. The familiar path to the town's meeting point, the old clock tower, was lined with boarded-up shops and tangled ivy reclaiming brick and mortar. Olivia made her way with determination, gripping the worn strap of her battered satchel. Supplies were running low, and she understood the importance of planning for endurance. Yet the weight of continuing alone chewed at her resolve, her dreams plagued by images of isolation stretching endlessly. As she approached the tower, a figure emerged in the distance, casting a long shadow against the setting sun, a fellow survivor, perhaps, or a harbinger of new challenges. Olivia hesitated, her instinct to retreat checked by the innate human desire for companionship, for the warmth of shared burdens. With cautious steps, she drew nearer, realization dawning as she discerned the face of her visitor. It was a young man, around her age, his sun-weathered skin a testament to trials survived. His name was Daniel, a former classmate with whom she once shared mundane histories and unwritten futures. Recognition sparked between them, a fleeting acknowledgement of the worlds they each had carried alone. "We need to gather more people," Daniel proposed, his voice a frayed thread in the tapestry of evening. "There's word of a gathering point, a haven where plans are being made." The concept of a returned society was as intoxicating as it was terrifying for Olivia. Her heart thrummed with hope, yet was rooted in caution. Havenbrook had been her universe, its decimation a brutal lesson in vulnerability. "Where?" she asked, her voice barely more than a whisper, eyes scanning the horizon as though expecting the cure to materialize from the encroaching dusk. "In the north," Daniel replied, "a research facility where they believe they can stop this." The possibility hung between them, palpable and fragile like the last leaf clinging to an autumn tree. It offered salvation, yes, but also risk, unseen dangers lurking in the shadows they would have to embrace to find the light. Olivia nodded, her decision sealed. The path ahead was uncertain, the stakes unimaginable, but the spark of hope in Daniel's eyes was infectious. Over the following days, Olivia and Daniel embarked on their journey northward, the ruins of Havenbrook fading behind them like a lost dream. They traveled with quiet urgency through dense forests and deserted towns, each step a line of defiance etched against the omnipresent fear. The landscape was eerily beautiful. Nature had begun reclaiming its territory as vines wove intricate patterns through skeletal structures and wildlife returned to roam unfettered by human presence. As they traveled, they encountered others drawn by the pull of hope, forging a tentative community bound by a common goal. A young mother with a child, an elderly couple with tales of resilience, and a former doctor whose knowledge became invaluable as they faced the trials of survival. Together, this ragged band of wanderers navigated their tenuous present while dreaming of a world reborn. Each night, they gathered around flickering campfires, sharing stories that knit them closer. Olivia found herself opening up to Daniel, lulled by the glow of embers that mirrored the rising strength within her. This new community was built on trust, its foundation solidified with each step they took together into the uncertainty of the unknown. The nearer they drew to this so-called haven, the more Olivia felt the stirrings of a future she hadn't dared to envisage. Her companions became more than fellow travelers. They were her lifeline, the the promise of continuity in a landscape marred by abandonment and sorrow. At last, the group crested a hill, and the facility loomed before them like an oasis amidst the wilderness. It was a sprawling complex, its walls painted with the soft hues of dawn. Chickens pecked around its perimeter, a beacon of life set against the stark panorama. People moved within, a vibrant community that welcomed newcomers with open arms, their hope reflected in every face they encountered. Inside, the research facility buzzed with purpose and energy. Posters plastered against walls depicted messages of unity and determination. Scientists and volunteers worked tirelessly, blending expertise and passion in their pursuit of a cure. Olivia marveled at the sight, a tangible representation of the tenacity of the human spirit. Months passed, and Olivia found a rhythm within this burgeoning society. She contributed wherever she could, forging friendships and learning vital skills. Many who arrived, like her and Daniel, added their strength to a shared purpose that transcended their individual fears. Slowly, whispers of a breakthrough filtered through the community, sparks of hope that led to exuberant celebrations tinged with cautious optimism. One crisp morning, after countless trials and experiments, the impossible became reality. A cure was found, synthesized in the determination of those who refused to let the world wither. When word spread through the facility, the cheers that erupted were cathartic, a triumphant anthem against the silence that had once suffocated their dreams. Olivia stood amidst her new family, heart swelling, as realization washed over her. The journey had been arduous, the losses profound, but in the end, they had found their haven, not just in the walls of the facility, but in each other. They had started anew, a society bound by shared struggle and solidarity. It was a world waiting to be rebuilt, and Olivia was ready to help shape it, one step at a time, together in hope, together in renewal.